Hey everybody, this is Unit 4, Formative 2, binomial times a binomial. Okay, so remember a binomial is something that has two terms, so 2x plus 3 would be a binomial and 3x plus 6 would be another binomial. When we multiply two binomials together, we're just taking everything in the first binomial, so the 2x and the 3, and we're going to distribute it to everything in the second binomial. So just like we took a monomial and distributed to everything in the polynomial, we're going to take the 2x and multiply it by 3x and by 6, and then we're going to take the 3 and we're going to multiply it by 3x and by 6. So there's actually 4 multiplication problems within a binomial times a binomial. So first thing we want to do is take the 2x times 3. So that will give you 6x squared. Thank you. And then we take 2x times 6 to give you 12x, and then we're going to move to the 3 here, so we're going to take 3 times 3x to give you 9x, and then we're going to take 3 times 6 to get just plus 18. Okay, so 4 terms because we multiplied 4 different times. And now we look at our two middle terms here, and we can combine these two together because they're both just single x's. So now we have 6x squared plus 21x plus 18 is our final answer. So this binomial times binomial, 2x plus 3 times 3x plus 6, ends up to be 6x squared plus 21x plus 18. Alright, here we have another example. So same idea. We're going to take negative 4x times 3x. Okay, and that's going to give us negative 12x to the second power, because x times x, remember there's a 1 on both of these, is x squared. And then we have negative 4 times negative 2y is going to give you a positive 8xy, because you can't put those together. You can't actually add the exponents on those because they're different bases, so you just put them right next to each other. Okay, and then now we move to the 2y and we multiply it by everything. So 2y times 3x is going to give you a positive 6xy, or yx, however you want to write it. And then finally 2y times negative 2y is a negative 4y squared. Remember, it's negative because this right here is just the same as plus a negative. Alright, so now we look for our like terms. Negative 12x is not going to go with anything. The negative 4y is not going to go with anything. But we can put these two together here. Okay, so that's going to give you negative 12x squared plus 8 plus 6 gives you 14xy minus 4y squared. And there's your answer. Alright, this one becomes a little bit trickier because you have to remember what squaring something means. So if I give you something like 3 squared, it means 3 times 3. Okay, not 3 times 2. So if I give you 2a plus 3b squared, it's going to mean 2a plus 3b all times 2a plus 3b. Okay, so we need to remember what squaring something actually means when we do a problem like this. And now it looks just like what we're used to, or what we've done in the last two problems. So 2a times 2a gives you 4a to the second power. Remember, there's a 1 on both those a's. 2a times 3b gives you a positive 6ab. Notice how I'm still putting a plus sign in between every term. You can't just smash all these together. You need to actually put a plus or a minus sign in between every time you multiply. 3b times 2a, so plus another 6ab, or ba. And then 3b times 3b gives you plus 9b squared. Alright, now we're going to combine our like terms, so nothing's going to go with the a squareds. The 6ab plus 6ab gives you 12ab, and then plus 9b squared, and there's your answer. So if you do it in the same order that I'm doing it in, you're almost always going to have to add your two middle terms here together when you're done distributing to everything. Okay. And remember, if you end up listing this as this one right here as 6BA, all right, there's nothing wrong with that, but this is still going to be the same as this then, because they still both have the same exponent of 1 and 1. All right, number 4. Okay, we have the same thing here. So 2x times 2x is going to give you 4x squared. 2x times negative 4 gives you negative 8xy. And then 4y times 2x gives you a plus 8xy. And then finally 4y times negative 4y is going to give you a negative 16y squared. Okay, now let's look at our two middle terms this time. We have a negative 8xy and a positive 8xy. Those two are actually going to end up canceling each other out, so you don't even need to write them. So the only thing you're going to be left with is 4x squared minus 16y squared. All right, and our last problem here. A rectangle has a width of 2x plus 5 and a length of x plus 4. What is the area of the rectangle? Okay, and your hint here is that area is going to equal length times width. Well, remember our width here, okay, is going to be 2x plus 5. And then our length, because it's length times width, our length is x plus 4. So we're just going to multiply those two binomials together. X times 2x gives you 2x squared. X times 5 gives you 5x. 4 times 2x is 8x. And 4 times 5 is 20. Okay, so 4 multiplication problems in every binomial times binomial. Put your two middle terms together because they're both x's. So 2x squared plus 13x plus 20. And there is your equation to find the area of that rectangle. All right, make sure you took good notes. We will see you later.